Hello everyone. Today we re-plunging into the cold, lightless depths of the world's oceans to uncover one of the most mind-blowing adaptations in the entire animal kingdom, the giant squid, a creature that carries the largest eyes of any living animal. Eyes, roughly the size of a standard basketball. For centuries, sailors told tall tales of massive sea monsters with glowing eyes that lurked in the dark waves, dragging ships and sailors to their doom. These myths were dismissed as fantasy. But modern science has proven that the giant squid is very real, and its extraordinary eyes are not just a mythical detail. They are a biological masterpiece, shaped by millions of years of evolution to survive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Let us start with the sheer scale of these eyes. A typical adult giant squid's eye measures about 10 to 12 inches in diameter, roughly the same size as a regulation basketball used in sports around the world. To put that in perspective, a human eye is only about an inch across, and even the eyes of large marine predators, like great white sharks or sperm whales, are tiny in comparison. The blue whale, the largest animal ever to live, has eyes that are just 6 inches wide, less than half the size of a giant squid's eye. No other creature, living or extinct, has evolved eyes this massive. This isn't a random quirk of nature. Every part of the giant squid's eye is built for a single purpose: to see in the complete darkness of the deep ocean where sunlight never reaches. The giant squid lives in the abyssal and bathypelagic zones between 1,000 and 3,000 feet below the surface. At these depths, the water is freezing, the pressure is crushing enough to crush a submarine, and there is no natural light from the sun. The only light comes from bioluminescent creatures, tiny ocean organisms that produce their own glow to attract prey, find mates, or scare off predators. For most deep-sea animals, small eyes are enough to detect these faint glimmers, but the giant squid needs something far more powerful. Its basketball-sized eyes act like giant light collectors, gathering every single photon of light available in the dark water. The eye's lens is huge and perfectly curved to focus even the dimmest bioluminescent light onto the retina, which is packed with light-sensitive cells that can pick up movement and shapes from hundreds of feet away. This gives the giant squid a critical advantage in the deep sea, where visibility is zero for most other creatures. One of the biggest reasons the giant squid evolved such enormous eyes is to avoid its only natural predator, the sperm whale. Sperm whales dive to the same deep depths to hunt giant squid, and these battles are some of the most intense in the ocean. A sperm whale can grow to 60 feet long and weigh over 40 tons, making it a massive threat to the giant squid. The squid's large eyes allow it to detect the silhouette of a sperm whale long before the whale can see it. Even in total darkness, the squid can spot the faint bioluminescent glow of plankton that the whale disturbs as it swims, giving the squid precious seconds to escape or fight back, using its long tentacles and sharp beak. Without these oversized eyes, the giant squid would be easy prey for sperm whales, and the species might not have survived to this day. But the eyes do more than just detect predators. They also help the giant squid find food. The deep sea is a desert when it comes to food sources, so the squid must be able to spot small fish, shrimp, and other deep-sea creatures from far away. Its large eyes can pick up the tiny bioluminescent flashes of prey moving in the dark, allowing it to hunt efficiently in an environment where most animals struggle to find enough to eat. The giant squid doesn't have good color vision. In fact, it likely sees the world in shades of black and white. But it doesn't need to see colors, it needs to see movement and contrast, and its massive eyes are perfectly optimized for that task. The structure of the eye is also unique. Unlike human eyes, which have a flexible lens that changes shape to focus, the giant squid's lens is rigid and fixed. Instead, the entire eye moves to focus on objects, an adaptation that saves energy in the low-oxygen deep sea. The eye is also protected by a thick, tough layer of skin that shields it from the extreme water pressure and from sharp debris or predator attacks. Scientists have spent decades studying these rare eyes, as giant squid are incredibly elusive. They live so deep that humans rarely see them alive, and most of what we know comes from dead specimens that wash up on beaches or are caught in fishing nets. For years, researchers wondered why the eyes were so big, and it wasn't until recent, deep-sea expeditions with advanced submersibles that they finally unlocked the answer. The key is not just seeing in the dark, but seeing far enough to survive in a world where every moment is a fight for life. What makes this adaptation even more incredible is that it is a perfect example of natural selection at work. Millions of years ago, the ancestors of the giant squid had smaller eyes, but those with slightly larger eyes could see better in the deep sea, avoid predators more easily, and find more food. These squid survived longer and had more offspring, passing on the genes for larger eyes. Over time, this process repeated, and the eyes grew bigger and bigger until they reached the basketball-sized organs we see today. This is evolution in its purest form, shaping a creature to fit its environment perfectly. The giant squid's eyes are also a reminder of how much we still don't know about the deep ocean. Less than 5% of the world's oceans have been explored, and there are countless species living in the deep that we have never seen. The giant squid was once a myth, a creature of legend, but now we know it's real, and its eyes are a testament to the wonders of nature. Every time we learn something new about these animals, we gain a better understanding of how life adapts to extreme conditions and how interconnected all living things are. Think about the world we live in. We rely on our eyes to navigate, to find food, to connect with others. But the giant squid's eyes are built for a world that is completely alien to us. A world without sunlight, without sound, without the familiar sights of land and sky. Its eyes are not just a body part. They are a lifeline, a tool that allows it to thrive where almost no other animal can. It has a humbling reminder that nature's creativity is limitless, and that there are still mysteries waiting to be discovered beneath the waves. As we continue to explore the deep sea, we'll likely find even more amazing adaptations, but the giant squid, basketball-sized eyes, will always stand out as one of the most impressive. They are a symbol of the ocean's power, of evolution's genius, and of the beauty that exists in the darkest corners of our planet. Whether you're a nature lover, a science enthusiast, or just someone who loves a good mystery, the story of the giant squid's eyes is one that captures the imagination and reminds us of how incredible the animal world truly is. From the smallest insects to the largest ocean giants, every creature has unique adaptations that help it survive, and the giant squid's eyes are among the most extraordinary of them all. So, the next time you look at a basketball, take a moment to imagine that same size as an eye that sees in the dark, that avoids the largest predator in the deep sea, that has been shaped by millions of years of evolution. It is a sight that defies belief, and it's all part of the amazing, wild, and wonderful animal world we share this planet with. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel